Marika, come on, girl, you've been too good. I mean, look at, I can't. That adorable face, guys, and this chapter much just you're having so many steps forward, and then at the same time, so many steps back. It's like, fucking hell, Marika. It's like, I mean, one thing that can be safe to say after this whole little mini island arc, so I feel like sometimes like Nisekoi just tries to do like the little Gintama things, where it's like Gintama does like these tiny arcs, but then there's like at the end of everything, although it doesn't really add to the story most of the time in the series, it's like super emotional, and most of the time it's like really awesome, or it's just like laugh out loud. Nisekoi most of the time I feel like especially throughout like what I've been saying throughout the anime as well, like I think definitely since like Haru introduced her, after that point I was most of the time like okay, that was fun. This one was like, it was a really good arc for Marika. At the same time, it could have had a lot more, and then it realized, what the fuck happened to most of the characters? It's like, what the fuck happened to Yui? Like, that's the one thing I just like saw out. I know it's a very random thing to start off at the start of this chapter without me talking about anything, but that's a big question, like, what the fuck happened to, like, Yui? What the fuck happened to Sugami? Like, honestly, like, it feels like they just got written out for a while. It's like, obviously they're going to return because obviously there's that whole big thing with Yui and this big setup as well with Marika at the end of this chapter. But it's like, yeah, where the fuck are they? I thought they were supposed to be, like, main parts of the fucking story. Because, you know, they're in the openings and everything. Well, I mean, well, obviously not fucking Yui and stuff. Like, we don't know if she's going to be in the anime, which might have a cameo, maybe, in the anime. I'm guessing so. But the main point of this chapter was, like, Raku found Marika, she was sick of fuck, and he was like, yo, I'm extremely pissed off with you about this. And I'm genuinely surprised to say, you know, Honda told me, saying, you know, like, yeah, you don't have much time. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah. It's like, what does it have to do with your health? And it was just like, I like that Raku, yeah, Raku's been manning up a bit. It's just like, oh, you know, it's like, oh, Raku-sama, you're so, like, sharp today. It's like, don't dodge the question, bitch. What's happening? And I really like that, but like, she actually, this is like the points where like I like it, where you had those shy and just real like depressing moments with Marika, where she's like, I generally can't tell it, because a lot of the time she's like that little happy girl, like, oh, I love you, Raku-sama, but then it's like, those points, they're a lot more heavier with her, because she's such that like outgoing, like happy-go-lucky sort of character, and then when you feel like those emotions of like the sad stuff, it was like, shit. That's some stuff on there, and it's just like, Raku, as normal chuckle fuck he is, he's like, oh, alright then, that's another depressing talk, let's go and see like the fucking like movie. I completely forgot what this entire this whole thing was, is that Marika was supposed to show like the New Year's fucking sunset. I didn't even realize that, like, they're now about to become like I think they're like second year now, like, I believe in this, I know they're like second years in the series, and I think like they're close to getting to graduations. I mean, obviously, it's, like, the timeline is weird. I mean, it's like, it's not Detective Conan weird, where they can have like 7 fucking Christmases and like shit never ages. But regardless of fucking what, it's just like, the timeline's a bit weird. So they're like second years, but it doesn't like say too much. I mean, honestly, like, that'd be kind of interesting if this series actually goes on. I doubt it would into like the college years, but that would just be something kind of cool. But honestly, as you can see from what I've been saying mostly of this chapter, which is nothing of it, is a lot of it was fucking just side stuff. It was nice Marika moments, and it was like nice stuff here and there. And like, the bits that got me was that bit saying like, yeah, I can't fucking tell you, and the bit where she finally talked up and saying, you know, do you know why I love you so much? And it's because, you know, you were there for me. You were there, like, generally enjoying all those times with me. You changed me. You, like, it was all this stuff that was kind of nice. It was a nice, like, change in pace. It's like something that we haven't really seen in a long while. I don't even think we've seen that since like literally the start of like when she was introduced into the series. I like into volume 5, and this, like, the manga just recently revealed that we got like volume 18 just come out over in Japan. I mean, personally, like I said, I was showing just earlier, I mean, I got up to volume 6 now. I picked up a few more of the manga, but regardless of what, that might be where I stop with my manga volumes of the series, because I like Nisekoi, but that there is season 1 there for me, and season 1 is fun, it's cool, and I like it. and there's some cool moments afterwards. Maybe I might get the Yui volume or something like that. But it's like, after that, it's like, and people know that I'd expressed the problems with the series for a while. It's been high and low, but yeah, I really can't see what I do. I mean, if we go into the third years, that would be cool. That's probably where I see the series ending, and then after that, I can honestly see, like, college years would be cool, but then it would be the same stuff all over again, but in college, just without all the school stuff, and I think that would take away probably a lot from the series, because that's what probably a lot of people love, but it's, you know, it's the school quirky comedy and stuff. So, I mean, honestly, when the whole chapter ended, and they finally got back, and her actual, like, fucking butler, like, Honda was, like, saying, yo, I've got to report this to your mom, which is one thing that I never really thought about, but then at the same time, with the back burner, I was like, who the fuck is her mom? Like, who the fuck is her family? Like, we've seen her father, and her father's a fucking, like, the most scariest motherfucker we've ever seen, like, on the entire planet. But yeah, it's like, who the fuck is Marika's mom? Like, obviously it doesn't seem like they're together, and it's like, unless she's like super fucking business, like Chitoge's mom, and well, we don't really know about like Sugumi's parents at all because she was pretty much adopted into the family. So yeah, like that really just like leads the question, because you know we know about Yui's family, we know about that. So Marika's like mother was always the one off, so maybe like she's weak as like Marika, maybe she gets that from her side, because obviously it's from her father. So overall, I mean, it led some good build up. I want this to happen next week, but I doubt it's going to be that. We're probably just going to move on to like, you know, it's all jokesies again for a while until we actually see Marika's mother. And I think I don't want her to be another Chitoge's mom. I don't want her to be that. I want her to be like super overprotective. I want her to be like that and saying like, she's like the complete opposite of Marika. Like she fucking hates Raku, which is pretty much like 90% of the fucking fan base pretty much that hates him. So yeah, I pretty much want him to be like that, and then, I don't know, in a little dream fantasy world, I want her to put a fucking gun to like Haru's fucking head and just blow her fucking brains out, because yeah, I really don't like Haru. So yeah, that's one thing there. I mean, the fucking score overall, it was fine. It was a fine chapter. And this is coming from a Marika fan, especially. Like, it has rekindled my enjoyment for Marika. I will say that much. Like, because for the longest, I was like, yo, Team Chichoge. Like, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm on the Team Chichoge bandwagon. But it's like, you know, I'll keep my fucking cards on the fucking Marika side for now. I mean, it depends what they're going to do. And if, like, this whole little build up to a mother and this whole thing of her being sick and, like, kind of building up the story a little bit more, we'll wait and see. But I give this a solid 7. It was a good chapter. It's mainly me being grouchy for it, but it's just like, there was a lot of wasted fucking battles and stuff there, but it was some nice little cute moments here and there, and it's been probably the most, like, big things that we've had in Marika in her characters, honestly, since she's been introduced into the series, which was, like, in the fucking 40s or something like that. So yeah, it took 2 years for Marika to become fucking relevant again, which is kind of really depressing as I say this out loud. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the video at that. So that's all for me. So thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.